On social media, there's been so much about you need to use this time. You need to educate yourself. If you don't come out of lockdown with a new skill, you've wasted your time. Hi, this is Mandy. We've been touching on the grief process. I just want to explain something to you about a grief process. We don't only go through a grief process when there's been a death. We go through a grief process when there's been a trauma. You'll go through a grief process when one goes through a divorce because you're mourning the death of a relationship. And when one has a child with problems, whatever the problems may be, a child with learning problems, a child with attention deficit problems, one again goes through the grief process. And with the other grief processes, like in our trauma now, and a divorce or a child, we can re-go through these processes every time. So with a death, the process tends to come to an end. But with these others, it doesn't come to an end. If we go back to the lockdown, we thought we were just about through it after 3 weeks. And suddenly we heard it's another 2 weeks. And then one starts going through the whole process again, right from the denial, and all those feelings come up again. So today I want to really talk a little bit more about the guilt side. And when we're feeling guilt, I touched on guilty because maybe you hadn't said enough if someone has passed on. In a case of a divorce, guilt because maybe I should have tried harder. Maybe I should have done this. Maybe I could have done that. And you start with all of these thoughts in your mind, the what ifs, the maybes. And I think the guilt that people are feeling now on social media, there's been so much about you need to use this time. You need to educate yourself. If you don't come out of lockdown with a new skill, you've wasted your time. And I think people are hearing this. And instead of it being a motivating message, it can be a very disheartening message, because you might not be at a stage in your life where you can learn a new skill. You may be at a stage where you are just trying to survive day by day, get through today, have food on the table for my children. Then you can't be learning new skills. But with the keys as I'm giving them to you, a skill you can do, you can love your child. You can hug your child. And that you can do. And that is a skill you can start developing now.